Hey guys, welcome to another recap of The Bachelor. It's getting good. We're getting down to the hometown dates next week. So, this week, only one rose is given out on the group date. There's going to be 3 one-on-ones in a group date because there's 6 ladies left. That's debatable. Alright, so it's the old seaplane to St. Croix. He's a little rule breaker though because they never fly with the girls. And when Tiara gets there, she doesn't want to share with the other girls, so she's content sleeping on a little rollaway bed like Cinderella in the hallway. And everybody's pissed about that because they just don't like her. She's not a nice person. So Ashley gets the first one-on-one date, and it's let's get carried away. So Tiara's already starting to talk smack about her being a cougar and everything. She is the oldest one there. She's 32 years old. So they take a little boat trip to a private island, which was quite nice. And Sean immediately asks, hey, what's up with Tiara? So Ashley tells him. It's not like she volunteered the information exactly. They had their from here to eternity moment on the beach where they're making out and the water comes and tries to wash their dirtiness away. And then they have dinner on that same beach. And she drops a bomb on him. She says, I have something to tell you. A very long time ago, and she meant it, when I was just 17 years old, and she's beating around the bush horribly about how she wasn't getting along with her mother, and she decided that she was going to get married at the age of 17, and she was basically divorced at the age of 18-ish. Ugh. He was like, okay, let's just make out for now. And then after that, she got up and she screamed to all of St. Croix, because the island's probably not that big, I love Sean. And he got up and screamed, I love pizza. No, he didn't say anything, or at least they edited it out. They're not allowed to say that they love the other people, so it's kind of difficult to gauge what's going on. I'm sure that's intentional. Alright, so Tiara gets the second one-on-one date, and when her date card arrived, she was totally complaining. She was like, I do best with a boat date or something in the water. I don't want a walk around town date. My makeup's gonna get all melty and I'm gonna be all sweaty and gross. Really? Are you really complaining? So they went shopping. He bought some cheap little trinkets to shut her up. Then a parade came around and she was all like getting into it and dancing and everything. But I think even the people in the parade hated her because they kept smacking her with their costumes. She didn't know enough to stand back, please. Then he buys her a snow cone like a little baby. And he says, what's going on with the other girls? She's like, what? What have you heard? Of course they're jealous, duh. So then after she puts out a couple fires, tells him what he wants to hear, they have dinner at the sugar mill, and he just thinks she's great. Well, little Sean does anyway. Yeah. Alright, so now comes the weird part of the show. He busts into the girls' rooms at 4 a.m. and snaps some sleepy pics. It was kind of creepy. Alright, it was a lot creepy. And he tells them, get dressed, we're going. Meet me out front. So he grabbed Catherine, Desiree, and Lindsay because they were going to go watch the sunrise. The name of the date was Love on the Horizon. Come on, they should have been prepared for this. So they saw the sunrise, and then their mission is to drive to the other side of the island, which probably will take about 5 minutes, to see the sunset later on. But they're going to stop along the way. Come on, some lame stops like the sugar mill and a tree house and some Rudy Toot Toot bar. So when they get to the other side, they can't see the sunset. It was an epic fail. They didn't even know where the sun was. But that might have been because they were drinking too much under the sunset lean-to. And maybe they were just a little too fatigued from swimming around doing all those underwater crotch shots. I don't know. But anyhow, Catherine, in her one-on-one time during the date, drops another bomb on him. It seems like this is the season of bombshells. Last week, you might remember, one of the episodes, she said that she saw her friend being killed right in front of her at summer camp. A tree fell on her. And now she's saying that her dad tried to commit suicide in front of her and her sisters. This poor girl, how does she live? So, who does he give the rose to? You'd think it would be Catherine, right? No, it was Lindsay. Because he loves drunk brides. They make out way more. So, yeah, that was really weird. Leslie gets the last date. This was really weird, too. They basically showed about 5 minutes of it. They go and they pick some fruit, some weird avocados that look like acorn squash. He's disappointed. She's not making out with him enough. It's all awkward turtles. She needs a relationship Viagra. And that was the end of the date. Alright, so then his sister flies in. They have a little chatty chat on the beach. She's like, no, Mommy, not that one. You know, like when you go pick out the puppy. Don't pick the girl that no one likes. It's only trouble. Look at what happened to Jake Pavelka. Besides the fact that he might be gay, allegedly. Just kidding. I don't know for sure, but he sure seems like it. Alright, so then Tiara and Ashley get into it. Just when he's showing up to ask Tiara if she would go meet his sister with him. It was a real insane, heated discussion. She was like, my parents told me I had this sparkle. Don't let anyone take it away from you. I can't control my eyebrow. My face does what it wants. If I tried to control my face 24/7, it would really hurt. It was the most insane exchange back and forth. It was crazy. Well, one-sidedly insane. So then he shows up. She's crying. She says Ashley's out to get her. And then he's my hero. He says, I care about you too much to keep you here. Go home. That was the best line of the show. Thank you very much, Sean Lowe. You have redeemed yourself, at least for this episode. So it's time. She leaves, of course, and the best line of the episode, besides his, nobody's gonna take my sparkle away. She was so serious about it, too. It was genius. Rose ceremony. No party. Ashley's crapping a brick because she knows that the messenger is going to get shot. But she doesn't know how bad Leslie's date went, so if she had known that, she wouldn't have been worried at all. Leslie doesn't get the rose, in case you haven't figured it out. She's a robot. They were just going through the motions. There was nothing there anymore. Their love has died. I'm going to call time of death as 10:34. Alright, so next week it's the old hometown dates. I can't wait to meet those crazy families, especially Dez's. Her brother seemed a little bit drunk, or maybe he was just a little bit too sober. Till next week, much love.